10-year-old boy with autism was handcuffed in his own school.
There should be no reason why you have 4 officers in a school for a 5 or 6-year-old that is having a temper tantrum.
Incarcerating children has become the new cash cow in this country.
The prison system is designed to keep people imprisoned, and because it's a business.
Well, there's a powerful documentary out that examines how zero-tolerance policies and racial bias in the public school system contribute to the incarceration of young people.
The Emmy-nominated doc, Preschool to Prison, argues that these practices funnel children, especially those of color and with special needs, into the criminal justice system from a very young age. Joining us right now, award-winning filmmaker, director, former colleague, Dr. Karen Batiste. Nice to see you again on
Welcome
the
back.
couch.
Thank you.
Wow, what a documentary, huh?
Yeah.
How, is that what you've been working on the last few years since you
The last 5 years.
Last 5 years?
Not since I left, but
So
the last
tell
5.
us about how you know, the research that went into this project.
Yeah, from my own experience, having worked as a special education teacher in the Bronx, I started to see the pattern of Black and brown boys being referred for special education, and some of them did not need it. And I kept finding myself saying, why are you here? And you, and you. And then I kept saying that way too many times. I started to do the research and uncovered the school to prison pipeline. The more I did this, which created the trajectory for me to study policy and look at where a lot of this happens is because of the policies that are in place. And so I left the classroom and just really started climbing up in my career.
Is it the policies, or they're, you know, like teachers just, because they have a big classroom, they have zero patience for anybody who's not sitting in their desk and paying attention?
Well, it's a combination of things. We have under-resourced schools, we have grossly overworked teachers, grossly underpaid teachers, and then you have overcrowded classrooms. That is a disaster right there, right? And so now you have, every child has their own needs. So you put me in a classroom with 30 children, that's 30 different needs, and every parent wants their child to get that special attention. No one's going to sacrifice their child.
Is there anything you learned? I mean, obviously, you were a special education teacher, you have an education background, but by researching this, that you learned that you didn't even realize was going on.
Yes, it's so widespread, and it's happening all over this country. And what was disheartening for me is speaking to young children who were labeled bad, and they would say, like, I was told I'm bad before they could even spell the word bad. Right? And so we have to start shifting mindsets. And in doing this, I uncovered so much around, we can't just say, oh, this pipeline is no longer going to exist. We have to get to the root of what caused it in the first place. And a lot of the mindsets drive the policies, right? And so mindsets drives behaviors, and those behaviors created the policies, and those policies now bring educators into a system where we perpetuate it unknowingly, because no educator wakes up wanting to send children into this pipeline, and no child wakes up wanting to be bad.
Do you find it disproportionately more towards boys?
Yes. Now, with data showing that now the girls, right, there's an increase of girls being pushed into the pipeline. And when we talk about the preschool to prison pipeline, I mention that because the brain forms the fastest between 0 and 2 years old. So if children are living in poverty, they're already 6 months behind in their language development skills. So by the time they get into preschool, this already can set them off on a different course if we don't course correct early on.
All right, we have a little clip from your documentary. Let's take a look.
So kids who attend schools in poor communities, whether you're white, Black, Latinx, or Native American, do not receive adequate resources, period.
When you have schools that don't have the money and don't have the resources, and that social worker is servicing 3 schools, right? That nurse is servicing 2. That school psychologist is only showing up once a month. So they come into a school building where it should be providing a safe space, a safe environment, and you don't see those individuals that usually provide that safe space.
How do we change that immediately? Like, how does that change?
So it starts with mindsets and policies. So for parents and community organizers, they can attend board meetings, they can join their school leadership team, they can ask for data on exclusionary practices and alternatives. For funders, they can host screenings, they can facilitate dialogues, they can bring me in to do workshops that teach people how to dismantle the pipeline from their locus of control. For school and district leaders, they can also run equity audits. They can start to look at, well, what is my own bias? What does the resource resources look like? How do we handle discipline here? Right? When we have regulated adults that are well supported, then we have regulated children that are well supported. And so I always say that what gets measured gets improved.
Well, one way to measure it is by watching the documentary. It airs on Fox Soul. It's out right now. You can catch it on the Fox Soul website or the app and check it out. It is definitely eye-opening to a lot of people. I think people realize there's an issue.
Yes.
But until you put statistics to it and understand the actual problems, then it makes it hard for some people to conceive.
Yeah.
And I think this is really eye-opening.
Thank you so much.
And
Thank
it's
you.
great to see you.
You
again.
too! Oh my gosh!
Anyway.
You were giving her love there. Didn't
I
you?
know.
It's amazing.
How can I not fangirl over it?
Please, and I'm fangirling over you. I'm so happy for you.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you, Dr. K.
All right, when we come back, an iconic TV couple now has their own Spotlight NCIS style.
Yes?